So that'd be lovely.
Great,
thank you.
absolutely.
Great.
And I think
Hispanic.
well, Spanish. Hispanic is the most spoken language in California.
It
now,
is,
isn't
yeah.
it? And what was it like? What part of San Francisco? So I remember a place like Sausalito, which I just think is beautiful on the top of the hill there. So where were you?
Well, I grew up just kind of across the Panhandle in a place called, just across from the Haight-Ashbury. So it was kind of a fun, very diverse, funky place to grow up.
It's quite hippie, isn't it?
Very hippie.
Quite right. On your parents moved there, what, in '68?
In '68.
And you were born over there?
Yeah.
Is Mum and Dad a bit hippie then?
Not at all.
Was it a shock for them coming from India?
My mother and father moved over in the summer of love, and I remember asking him, as I was a little bit older, I was like, Dad, what was it like when you first came? He was like, Harry, I was just totally shocked for a year. The whole thing was just, I can't imagine what it would have been like for them. Just anything goes in San Francisco.
I know, precisely.
And I think that they kind of just went with it. I give them credit. They didn't really ever kind of say we shouldn't have been here or anything. They just kind of went with it.
Were you a bit of a hippie back then?
No, I was almost a hippie. I was happy.
Really? We've got the halloumi sweating off here and a little bit of olive oil.
Some garlic, please. Some garlic, and 2 bits of garlic, thank you.
OK, and you talked about the chowder here, the lovely chowder.
We're sweating it off there. We get some stock in a minute and we'll just mix that up.
And that's just the potatoes, onion and the sweet corn.
That's it, exactly right, yeah, fresh corn. The nice thing about this bag, it's lovely fresh food, isn't it? It's good.
OK, lovely.
So we'll get that roasted potato made up.
And the peaches are sort of coming together quite nicely. A bit of garlic going on here.
What I've got in here, I've got the halloumi grilling in here and the sweet corn, because I just don't have enough room on there at the moment, so we'll get it cooking.
Beautiful. And
then
these are
we'll
looking lovely, aren't
we're going
they,
to get it into a nice butter sauce. Those look lovely, yeah?
Beautiful. OK. Absolute perfect way of cooking the halloumi there. You get those lovely bar marks. It makes the food look so much more interesting. And don't forget, if you want any of the recipes, check out the website, bbc.co.uk/food. OK, Phil, tell us.
Right.
4 different ways with prawns. Wow.
Yeah, we're getting on there now. Right, so we've got the little prawn broth going, which you can see just on the back there. I'm going to drop a little bit of chorizo into right now.
Smelling good.
Into there.
Nice smells coming
so.
over here.
I'm so excited.
Yeah?
So excited, especially this. Have some.
What else we got? Right, the linguine I've got cooking here.
Thank you.
So I'm actually going to poach the prawns at the same time as the linguine. Take it out, put a lot of chopped tomato through there, sesame seeds.
OK. Don't be frightened of doing that. A lot of people would be frightened of just putting that in, but if you're making a nice fishy kind of sauce to go with it, why not?
Another great tip, Ainsley, also, is when you cook your pasta, cook it in a stock cube. If you're doing a fish dish, put a stock cube in there as well.
Absolutely.
Chicken, whatever. And it just adds to the flavour. Now, I've also got here, in the actual broth itself, Ains, I've got a little bit of chicken stock cube as well. Because I think that chicken, I said it before, chicken adds a nice depth of flavour to a fish sauce, but in a very, very small amount.
OK, coming up halfway now, guys. Now, I know, doesn't time fly? You just don't realise.
I'm so scared I'm not going to get
Now
this
we have a person down there who was, parents from India, went off to live in San Francisco. You spent a lot of time in Italy in your youth, didn't you?
I did, yeah. My dad worked over there a lot, and so he had to live over there for certain times of the year, so we went over a lot. It was great.
Yeah, and you just kind of wished to have that worked over there. Her dad is a fabulous shoemaker, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
So much so that... How many pairs of shoes did you have when you were a 4-year-old?
I'm too embarrassed to tell you.
Go on, reveal it to us.
I think it was like 104.
Sounds like my wife.
And I was a toddler.
I think it sounds like my wife too. Shoes, they're fantastic, aren't they?
It's great.
Absolutely brilliant. And so what was it like living out in Italy at that age of your life and obviously growing up there?
It was really great. Food is such a big part of it over there, as everyone knows, but it really is. And we would just sit out all evening in someone's garden, and you wouldn't end up eating till like 2 o'clock in the morning. Wow. Do you know what I mean? There's lobsters kind of just slowly barbecuing for hours and stuff. It was lush.
And no one's worried about it, are they? It's just kind of you just go with the flow.
When you eat. Yeah.
So you had that very Mediterranean sort of lifestyle.
Yeah.
Have you continued in that? Do you like to sort of have people around and be very casual, or are you being an actress now? You kind of think, no, I've got to get my sleep. I've got to go out. I've got to do this.
No, not at all. I make everyone help me with the cooking when they come round. Everyone has to get in the kitchen because it won't get done otherwise.
Fantastic.
So that's my style.
I've got to ask you, how good a snogger is Hari? Because when you had that scene in Holby City and he took you off to a little room for a kiss...
A little room? It was a toilet.
All right, then. I'm trying to be polite. All right.
Hey, hang on, that wasn't me.
Down to basics.
You took me in the toilet, yeah?
All I can say about his kissing is I hope he's a better cook.
Oh, dear.
I'm going to get you for that. I'm going to win this thing.